Good morning, Shield Wall. Doing something a little different tonight for our midnight matinee, and we're going to look at a unique mod. And there will be no strong sexual content shown on this live stream. There will be no nudity. There will be no sexual animations of any kind. But I did want to show this mod, show it off, show you what it's got, check out what it's got. So we are going to start a new playthrough, and we're going to start a new character, and I'm going to show you guys some of the options. And from those of you who have been on my YouTube over the years, you are most often accustomed to a Warlord Let's Play first look as a mod that I've never seen before. And usually when I do a first look, first play, I've really honestly never even fired it up. I don't even know if the game or the mod or the DLC is even gonna run. And that's one of the reasons that those videos are so popular, because when I fire something up, I've never seen it before. So you're getting my genuine 100% honest to goodness real reaction for the first time I've ever seen something. And that's usually the case 99% of the time on my YouTube videos. But with this mod, given its sensitive content, I had to preview it to see what I could do on live stream and what I could not get away with on live stream, so I could make appropriate adjustments for the content. And so there will really be no R-rated content except for some text. There's not going to be any sex animations. There's not going to be any nudity. But I will tell you, I'm going to give you my assessment of the mod. Vor's, good to see you. It's going good. I'm a little tired, but this is a video that I've been wanting to do. And I'll say from the get-go, that's a pretty good mod. It's a niche mod. In Warlord's opinion, it's a historically accurate mod because the adult nature of the elements that are included with the mod are historically accurate. That is the way things were. And the mod's pretty doggone good. The version of diplomacy is customized. It's different. I can tell you that this mod, my dear viewers, if you're tuning in on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or Kick, thanks for joining me. Vor's, good to see you. And how are you? What's new? And so I think that this is a pretty good mod. If you are interested in having a more realistic, adult, mature world, this may be the mod for you. Me, personally, from Warlord's perspective, it's not something I need in a video game. It doesn't float my boat. When I watch, for example, the television show Outlander, I'll skip entire episodes. I don't really see a point in how having sex scene after sex scene after sex scene in any television program or a film progresses the story, because it doesn't. It's hot air, pun intended. So that's just my take. I'm not a prude, believe me. I'm not. I'll go table dancing at the bondage bar for tips any day of the week in another lifetime. But for those of you who are interested in this sort of thing, I'm going to give you Warlord's take. And I've played a campaign for about a month. I think I'm about a month in. Okay, I started a character just so I could preview it to see what the mod, a little bit of what the mod has to offer. There's Tucker. Hey, buddy. Good boy. Hey, buddy. Who's my hero? Yeah, that's right. You're my hero. And so it's not for everybody, but I think it's a pretty doggone good mod. We see you there, kitty cat. Yeah, we do. He's a good boy. That's my cat, Tucker. He's my hero. He came out of a hole in the ground like a hobbit. And so let's have a look at this mod. We're going to go through character creation. And now granted, this is not, like I was saying a few minutes ago, this is not a 100% Warlord first look because I've already engaged in the mod so that I could see what I could stream. I've also noticed there's only a few videos on YouTube of this mod, and that's not why I do mods, and that's not why I live stream. I live stream to chill with people. This isn't a money-making business, and this isn't an entertainment station. This is my living room. Thanks for joining me. And so I was curious primarily this whole mod is about curiosity. I'm kind of like, I've got to see this. Let me see what they've done with this. And then let's see what I can do with this. And so special bonus of the evening, we're going to fire this up vanilla as it is out of the box. It's probably from a sex shop in the red light district. Yeah, so we'll call this red light district Colradia. We're going to fire this up. We're going to create a character, go through the character creation, have a real, genuine, real look at this. I don't know if anyone's even done this. I looked on YouTube, didn't see much. So I don't really know if this mod is a controversial topic or maybe it's shunned in the community. I could care less either way. I'm going to have a look at it. If I see a painting in the gallery that I want to check out, I'm going to go in and check it out, whether it's a popular gallery or not. I want to see what it has to offer. And from what I've seen, like I said, from the get-go, it's a pretty good mod. It's very well done. It has room for improvement, so I did a few improvements. And then we will fire up Warlords Edition of this very same mod. And just some really quick changes that I've done to it with my own textures and that sort of thing. And this is from Dirty D's Compendium of the Greatest Inventions in the History of Mankind, number 17. The retractable back scratcher that doubles as a Zen rock garden rake. Rock and roll, number 17. Doing good. You just got home. You're going to smoke. What do you mean you're going to smoke? What are you going to smoke? What do you smoke? What is your smoke of choice? And that's a hot topic of the day. It is. Medicinal discrimination at the federal level. I don't know if you're a United States citizen, Vors. Do you live in the USA? And if you do, what state do you live in? I live in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, the Amish capital of the world, and I live on the Gettysburg battlefield. I don't live in the Gettysburg in the town. I really do live in a battlefield, for all of you out there who wondered. I'm glad you're doing good. I hope your day was a good one. My day was pretty good. A little stressful. I have a lot of paperwork and things that I have to take care of. Yeah. Scoliosis. Yes, it does. This puff. Thank you for joining me for a puff. Rock and roll. There's a lot of freaking potheads in here, you freaking stoners. If you'd like to know how to smuggle 1.2 ounce tolas of hashish from Amsterdam to the US, stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube. You live in Central New York, no kidding. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The closest place for all the food you could ever want, besides DC. You live in Central New York, no kidding. You mean in the state, not in the city. You live in the state. You live in upstate New York. You live in upstate, Central State. Oh, no kidding. For your honeymoon, why would you come here for your honeymoon? Are you a reenactor? My stepfather is from Rochester. I want to take a trip. My next trip that I'm planning is to go up to Niagara Falls, and we're going to live stream. Maybe you should join me. I had my bachelor party. My bachelor party almost 30 years ago was at Sunny Purchase. It was called Deadhead Heaven. There's like 6 bands there. Up at Sunny, SUNY. Yeah. Awesome. My best man put that on. He was in charge of all the crews and maintenance and stuff at ANC. Ghost tours. Did you ever see my ghost videos? I did a few ghost videos. They're my most popular videos. They have like hundreds of thousands of views on them. On my YouTube channel, some ghost videos if you're interested. If you ever want to see some ghosts, I'll take you where and when. I know where you'll hear shit. I know there's parts of the battlefield that I live on day 1. If you guys know where McPherson's barn is, I live right by McPherson's barn. I live by the Hares Ridge Inn. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could get to the museum, man. I've been isolated for like 3 years. I've been using a wheelchair. And I'm in my wheelchair the first half of the day, you know, when I get out of bed. But I'm going to be sitting here playing a game anyway. So I get in a cozy office chair. But boy, I sure miss the museums. You know, I was on the board of directors for the Preservation Association. I was one of the people who was in charge of all the horticulture for all of these historic properties here in Gettysburg. That's what I've done for years and years. You're always welcome. Yeah, get my ass out of here. Shit, I'll buy pizza. I'll give you guys a tour of a lifetime. I'll show you some haunted shit, man. I'll show you some shit. I'll show you that Park Service. They called me out. The Park Service called me out because they wanted me to, because I'm an agronomist. I'm also an ecologist. I'm also a botanist. They wanted me to identify where there was a natural occurrence in the soil and what could be a mass burial. And so during some reenactments one night at Spangler Spring in the middle of the night, because we get to sleep on the battlefield when we do reenactments, I used to do 35 reenactments a year. So we're sleeping out in the battlefield, and we're out by Culp's Hill, at the bottom of Culp's Hill by Spangler Spring. And me and a couple of my pals, and we're in the, what unit were we? 21st Virginia. But 2 of my pals, and they're both ex-Army, a lot of my friends are military, they are real professional, parapsychologist ghost hunters. So they have all the equipment. We're standing at this mass grave behind the 2nd Maryland Monument in the middle of the night, and we're asking questions. And these soldiers are giving us their names. They're telling us the units they were with. We're asking, dude, I've been in some, dude, tune into my birthday streams. If you look at my gaming channel, okay, I have a personal channel and a gaming channel. My birthday is on Halloween. It's also my affiliate anniversary. This last Halloween, I told ghost stories for hours. I did video tours and I took you guys all around to several battlefields, okay, on video, on YouTube. And then I showed you guys what happened and where I was and the shit that we saw and the shit that we heard. Dude, I'm a skeptic, but I've seen stuff right before my eyes a dozen times that is absolutely unexplainable. Absolutely unexplainable. Shadow person running past me right here on the battlefield, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on my way home. I mean, dude, there's people walking right next to, there's a dozen of us in the Pritchard Plantation House. Okay, years ago, we're doing a reenactment. We're doing the 2nd Battle of Kernstown. We're in the house in the middle of the night. Haunted as fuck. There's people walking around right next to us. We're all standing there. I got big, burly, muscular ex-Army guys in tears. These guys were like, holy shit. Yeah, we've seen some crazy shit. I still think that there's an explanation for it. You know, I really think that there's ghosts. I just don't think that we see them. Kind of like cats see in a spectrum that we don't. Now, what if we lost that ability to see that spectrum and our relatives are all around us? They're like, hey, here I am. You know what I mean? Who knows? Someday we'll know. But man, I've seen stuff, dude, and heard shit that I'm a believer now. I've been scared as fuck, man, in this battlefield. The hair's up on my arms, and I'm like, I'm not going through there. I'll go around. I'll take the long way home. because I wouldn't make it to a certain part of the battlefield on my way home, because I used to hike every day for miles, like 9 miles a day, stay in shape. And I wouldn't make it home in time, and it'd be like pitch black out. It's like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm not going through there, man. I'm gonna hear like a dozen soldiers walking right next to me through the leaves. Yeah. They are. They are. I've always thought that. That's how I was raised, man. Granny taught me well. THC. Rock and roll. Yeah, I'll replay those sometime. I'm just keeping an eye on my bit rate. And thanks for joining me, man. Thanks for popping. And thanks for being the first guest at this first look of Dickplomacy. It's ridiculous. Why didn't they just call it ridiculous diplomacy? Because it's ridiculous. I don't see the need for sex in a game. I just don't. I don't see a need for sex in movies. I don't see a need for sex in cartoons. If I want sex, man, I'll pick up the phone. You know what I mean? So but it's there. It's there, and I wanted to give this mod a fair look, and anybody can Google this, and you can find it on Nexus, and you can find it on ModDB. I think I found it on Nexus. I was actually looking for better high-def replacement skins for our picks and our Pictish playthrough, and I came across this. I was like, what the hell is this? Did somebody really put sex in Warband? I was like, I gotta see this. And then I looked at the asset list, and I was like, well, this looks like it's pretty good. But I needed to test it out a little bit and have a look at it and see if I was gonna be able to stream it, right? And so I have some hotkeys for blurring. Watch a show with family. Oh, dude, I don't know. How old are you? I'm 55. I thought I was 56. I forget my age all the time. The first time, you're 30? Oh, man. Do you have kids? Do you have kids? And thanks for sharing. Parental milestone, my fellow fathers out there, is when you're sitting there with your, 13-year-old daughter, and a sex scene comes on Game of Thrones, and it's just silence, and you're eating dinner. My daughter goes, awkward. When your daughter says awkward, she's taking those steps, and she's probably lurking too. She's probably laughing her ass off. My daughter lurks. She's awkward. She kind of like awkward. It's like exactly like her mom. Exactly like her mom. Awkward. Yeah, so that's a parental milestone. A parental milestone is the day that all of you, my fellow fathers out there, realize for the very first time that you're speaking to an adult on equal terms. My daughter is a full-grown woman. She's almost your age. Yeah. And that was when I realized I'm talking to an adult in their 20s. This isn't a teenager anymore. I'm glad you're 30. I'm glad you're 30. You have a high chance of survival rate in this channel. The young ones don't make it. What kind of animals you got? I have my cat Tucker. He's the best. And we're gonna jump into this mod. And at first look, you guys, I've seen on YouTube that this element, this mature element in a Mountain Blade Warband mod, may indeed be included with Mountain Blade Warband Native Gold. And from what I've seen in there, it could use some work. I'd lose my mind out of stress if I ever had a kid. You're too protective, and yeah, tell me about it. I freaking worry every day, man. My daughter ain't seen the shit I've seen. Yeah, it's true. That's exactly how it is. I love my cat. Red Standard Poodle Puppy. I'll have to look that up and see what the Red Standard means. Yeah, I rescued my cat Tucker off the railway cut here on the battlefield a year ago. Tucker's almost a year old. So we'll call Tucker's birthday Earth Day. Yeah, I love my cat, man. He's a hero. He's a hero. So I discovered today that there's a federal program that discriminates against people for their prescriptions. It's completely unconstitutional. That's like saying, I don't have to give you federal public taxpayer benefits that you're entitled to because you eat tomatoes and your doctor prescribed the tomatoes. But we don't allow that. But the program's paid for by you and me. And I paid taxes since 1980 until 2018. Yeah, and I'd never ever once in my entire life ever filed for unemployment. Never had to. I always have work. Smoke it if you got it. Man, I'll tell you what. I had a raging headache today from stress because I have a lot of paperwork to do, and it's very challenging for somebody with cognitive dysfunction from multiple sclerosis. So I take a puff, makes that stress headache go away so I can get my goals achieved. And thanks for listening to what I had to say, you sillies. And just one last time, that's right. Only the Wicker Man will be naked tonight. That's right. Holy shit, guys. These guys have seen the mod. They have. Let's see what we can get into. Bump, bump, bump. Now, this is my Warlord edition. We're going to play the vanilla version that I have not touched. I haven't done anything to it. It's absolutely right out of the box, right off of ModDB. I haven't touched a doggone thing. We're going to go through the character creation process, which is great. It's awesome. It's super. And we're going to go through the modification, diplomacy settings, the freelancer settings, etc., etc. So this has freelancer in it. Any mod with freelancer, 5 stars. Any mod without freelancer, probably 4 stars. But this has a working version of a very updated, very customized. This is the second mod that I've played where it has a very, very unique customized version of. Has a very unique customized version. Come on, play for me. You know you wanna. It has a very customized, unique version of diplomacy that this mod developer has customized and modded specifically for this mod. Another very heavily modded version of diplomacy that's very unique and specific for the mod is Banner Page. Shout outs to Gorilla. Awesome work. You like Vanilla Mountain Blade Warband? Play Banner Page. Banner Page is great. And so he has that very custom diplomacy. And this has a very unique diplomacy too. It has some very different features that we're going to be looking at. Awesome. Ah! In the Hall of the Mountain King, baby. Let's go. Look at these guys. Oh, Monty Python. Yeah, he's my neighbor. Upside downsides of the day. The downside is I have narcolepsy. The upside is I could drink coffee whenever I want. It doesn't matter. So this, what we're looking at here, you see how the color's all polished up. This is what's installed here, the menus. The reason the color looks so fantastic is because this is from that reworked Mountain Blade Warband repolished mod, which essentially takes all of the native files, makes them high def. This gentleman or lady, this mod developer, this person, see the colors, aren't they great? I started doing this to native to find out that somebody else already did it. But this is gonna be what we're doing tonight is we're gonna take a look at this mod vanilla just as it is out of the box. This, I've not touched this at all. This is a straight up diplomacy. Everybody knows Dick, right? 1-800-BIG-DICK. Bring your own diplomacy. This, I have not done anything to this. Okay? And then we're going to jump over to my modded version that I started working on because I juiced up a bunch of the textures and I changed the music. I mixed some of the music. I changed sounds. I changed tavern sounds. I added ambient sounds. I changed up all the landscapes and textures. So we're going to compare. You guys give me your vote of approval. If you're on YouTube, comment below. If you think it sucks like goat poop, that's okay. So look at the font. The font's terrible. Yep. Now the best part about my playthroughs is I was told in 2018 in March, I was granted full disability, that I was also on March of 2018, I was diagnosed with cognitive dysfunction, narcolepsy, and a mild form of Tourette's. And I was diagnosed with those things through 2 doctors appointed by the federal government. Thank you for your tax dollars. I paid taxes too. And so the little bit of Tourette's, I guess, it helps give a fair assessment. Maybe. My last girlfriend, we broke up because she said, I never know what you're going to say. Just 3 words, baby. Just 3 words, just for you. Poor girl. She went on to be a photography professor. She doesn't know one end of the camera to another. In any event, the music is the good old vanilla music. Let's take a look at our options. The font sucks. It's too big. Make that shit smaller. Excellent. And I already changed the font and everything in my version of this mod. And am I going to continue playing this mod? Probably not. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Because I have other playthroughs in Call Radia. We're playing Banner Page. We're playing as Grimnir, my original Warband character. We're playing as Ibn Fadlan, right? Son of Subutai, and we're doing a Bandit King playthrough. We're gonna marry Arwa, the Pearled One. We're gonna take over the land of the Kurgats and the Saranids and rule the world. Stay tuned for that. So we're already in Call Radia a couple of times, right? Monitor gamma's turned down because I have optic neuritis. The light's too bright already. Rock and roll, so it looks good. Let's take a look. Let's check it out. Are we on easy? Nope, we're on normal, groovy. Let's check out the controls. We got anything special? Got to have that kick button. Kick them right in the nads. Crouch. I love the crouch. The crouch is great. Also, big fat super duper 5-star bonus. We have gunpowder. Gunpowder in Call Radia. Rock and roll. Mod Dev, I don't even know your name. I haven't looked at any comments on ModDB. I didn't look at any comments at all about this mod anywhere. I've only seen about 3 videos of this on YouTube. I don't even know the mod dev's name. I didn't look at any of the comments. I didn't look at the ratings. I downloaded it up. We're looking at it. So rock and roll. Thank you for putting that gunpowder in there. We got arbacuses. We got muskets. And remember, guys, this is Call Radia. This isn't Earth. This is a parallel universe. This is a fantasy world. So, you know, shit, we could have flying elephants in here. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, man. Oh, dude, man, that's just one more reason to become Amish. Dude, we had a motherfucking war about taxes, goddammit. We threw some of that tea in that damn bay up in Boston. Stay tuned for that 1776 mod that I played. Boy, I'll be getting going, firing up. And listen, man, you got the little badge with the little Viking on it. You're supposed to remind me to puff. That's your job. Holy shit. And hey, listen. Tell me about your screen name. You guys always have unique screen names. Vors. Where did you get Vors from? My name is Warlord. My parents had high hopes. I'm the exiled king of Somalia. Bernard Cornwell is my favorite author. My favorite book series is the Uhtred Saga. The last book in the 13 chapters. There's 13 chapters in every book. There's 13 books. The last book is Warlord, and that's about the time that I started my Twitch channel and my gaming channel on YouTube. Thanks for humoring me, man. So let's check it out. Everything's looking groovy. I noticed the screenshot is not bound. The screenshot key, it isn't working. It's not bound correctly. I take screenshots through OBS anyway. But for those of you who do the Mountain Blade Warband screenshots, at least it's not popping up on the screen. It may indeed be taking screenshots. I haven't checked. I don't think it is. But I don't think that that is bound correctly. Just thought I'd say, hey, shift left, the font's too big. You see how it's bleeding over right there on the top? Shrink that font down. You only have to change one number. All right, cool. Load game. We got no game. Let's check out our graphics. How's our graphics looking? Groovy. Awesome. I got shit cranked up. Start a new game. Look at it. Doesn't it look beautiful? What a beautiful piece of work. Awesome. I love this. I love this version. I love this version of character creation. Yep. Now this, what we're looking at is generally diplomacy, but this has been changed. This version of diplomacy has been changed and modified and customized specifically for this mod by the mod developer. They put a lot of work into this. A lot of the textures are great. A lot of the textures suck. And I'll show you which ones and you guys will see what I changed. Gender, I want to be a snuffleupagus. What's the matter? What do you guys got something against snuffleupaguses? What kind of mod is this? I can't even be a snuffleupagus, man. You guys discriminating against snuffleupaguses? Holy shit. Status, commenter. You see how the font is bleeding over? The font size is wrong. It's weird. In any event, what should we be? Noble, free man. Noble, free man. And now we are playing another campaign. When we are done with this introduction, okay, I'm going to be hopping over to my version. And our character there, I think, is level 8. We're like level 8. We've got a few companions. We have a small warband. We're raping and pillaging and terrorizing the countryside. But for this quick start here, I may just import my character real quick. He's level 8. We'll give him some experience points, right? Traveling to Svadia, huh? We're not going to go to Svadia. We could go to the Kyrgyz Khanate. Haven't been to the Kyrgyz Khanate. Vors, your username was just me trying to think of something short. It's a great name. Already taken on League of Legends 12 years ago. No cool story. I don't know it. That's cool. You're the only Vors I've ever met. So Vors, choose a nationality. Choose a country, dude. Thank you for joining me for this Let's Play Diplomacy. Lord Vors. Yep, you'll be known as Lord Vors. What kingdom? Viewer's choice. The Sultanate. All right, that's something different. Cool. Awesome. Bitchin'. Totally cool. Noble, free. Awesome. Strength. We need that strength up to 10. Okay. Intelligence. 9. Yeah. Rock and roll. One-handed. I think I'll probably import my character anyway, so... But I want you guys to see what's available. You don't see this version of character creation in every mod out there. I haven't seen this in enough mods. All you mod developers out, man, get this in there. This is super. I love this. So you're not stuck with this or that points and shit. Okay, another thing is, let's look at this. Let's look at this. All right, somebody address this. Somebody out there who's I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer, I've been a texture artist for the video game industry and for mods and my own work, Sierra, Dynamix, Promised Land mod. Over the years, I do textures, I'm an artist, I went to art school. I can do a little bit of this and that, I can change some scripts around. 30 years ago I used to do some programming, but I'm no programmer, I'm an artist. So you coders out there, you guys who are 100 times smarter than I am, this backstory, okay? I'm a noble. This means that I grew up learning the manual of arms. I learned drill. I learned how to use a sword and a shield. I learned how to shoot a bow from a horse. But yet, our backstories are never ever our scores and attributes and what we're given here is never, in our level, is never ever representative of the backstory that we chose. And so we choose this backstory, and I'm weaker than Cleffy. Okay? She's a freaking chick who chases rats in the kitchen. And I was raised in a castle, you know, getting beaten with blunt objects and learning how to defend myself with aluminum garbage can lids. And this rat chaser's like 7 levels higher than me, and she's got better skills than I do. So this is like meaningless. Somebody out there make this mean something. Okay? If I was raised as a slave, okay, my level and my attributes, my distribution of scores, especially my level, and a lot of my other scores should represent that backstory. It makes the backstory meaningless. And that's been a problem with Warband for 10 years. You got this bitchin' backstory with the 3 strength, but I'm a blacksmith with a 1 strength. You get the idea. In any event, I could talk all day if you let me. That's why I got a Twitch channel. Pole arms. Yeah, two-handed, baby. Let's go. Iron Flesh, 1, 2, 3. Weapon Master, 1, 2, 3. Shield, Athletics. We don't need any of this jazz. I want wound treatment. Shield, Athletics. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shield. Cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I love this. I love it. I love it. All right, now decide how the world will behave. Shrink that font down. Look how big it is. It's running off over into the flowers there on the left. I sound just like an art teacher, don't I? I had some good art teachers, you guys. I had Andy Warhol walking through the hallways. I offered us some pork rinds. My painting teacher was Bobby Lee Skaggs, and back in the day, he was America's most famous landscape painter. Never heard of that Bob Ross. Now decide how the world will behave. Nearly everything may be changed later through the cat menu. I love art. That's all I'm trying to say. I love art. I love Andy Warhol's art. He's a snob. He used to walk through our cafeteria. He did a fellowship at the Art Institute. So move that font off to flowers. The cat menu, but the content option will make some irreversible changes to the game world. So let's check it out. Here we go. So this is our diplomacy. So here we are starting to dab into the adult content. Sexual content, you can turn it off. What do you got? You essentially have vanilla Mountain Blade Warband. You have vanilla Mountain Blade Warband. If you turn the sexual content off, you will have vanilla Mountain Blade Warband with basic diplomacy, basic freelancer, with the Mountain Blade Warband native reworked graphics. Smoke it if you got it. And so if that were the case, I've been saying to you guys for 3-4 years now, I want you to buy Warband, but I don't want you to play Warband. I want you to play Banner Page, because Banner Page, if you're going to play vanilla, Calradia, Banner Page is the way to go. Gorilla's already done everything like that. So sexual content, well, everything goes. Everything goes. Okay, so this is a medieval world. Okay, what is it, 1257, I think it is? 1257 Calradia. 1257 AD, okay, in contrast to Hollywood, okay, homosexuality wasn't uncommon. Bisexuality wasn't uncommon. And it wasn't looked down upon either. We know this. Okay, it's a fact. For 12,000 years, that was common, since the goddamn ice melted. Okay, so in this historical world, this is what happened. People fucked each other. People raped each other. If you want that level of realism, I don't personally give 2 shits if it's in my game or not. It's not something that I need in my games at all, any of my games, or my TV shows, etc., etc. But there it is. Is it out of place? No, it's not. It's historically accurate for a 13th century, I should say, 13th century time period, in a medieval 13th century time period, as you see your own Colradia. My Colradia doesn't have butt naked people doing it in the pub. You know what I'm saying? My Colradia, that I don't have time for that. We're busy taking castles and shit. So, but it's there, and it's historical. Yes, it is. Diplomacy, prejudice. I want to explain a few of these settings for people. Diplomacy, prejudice. Okay, historical prejudice. Historical prejudice is that women were treated like shit, and that sucks. But that's history, and that is an option that you do have in the mod if you want it. Usually, I take that shit out because I want everybody to be equal and even Steven. Okay? And if you think I'm a peaceful hippie, you are misled. Historical, to historical diplomacy, everything's enabled, everything goes, that's history. Historical diplomacy, that's history. You play a female character, you're gonna have a tough time of it, you're gonna have a good challenge, and I challenge you to rule the world. Polygamy, yes, we'll have polygamy. You could turn that off, we could see what happens. Wouldn't that be interesting to find out? Will our spouse get pissed off at us if we sleep around? Or maybe she'll cheat on us and she'll divorce us? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. I have no idea. Homosexuality, turn it on because it was commonplace. You guys know your Spartan history, right? In any event, that was the real Earth 13th century. My Colradia, it's kind of like Earth. You know what I mean? Your Colradia and your Colradia and your Colradia and your Colradia is your Colradia. Now, my Colradia, I don't give two shits about what people are doing behind closed doors. Black Kurgats and Dark Hunters, not yet. Keep companions, yes, thank you, so that I don't have to mod that myself. In all of my playthroughs, you guys, I always mod that. So all of my companions love each other in a great big cuddle puddle because I'm paying them to fight. I'm not paying them to engage in personality contests and bitch at one another. Disable complaints. The complaints are hilarious. The complaints and freaking, these guys are nuts. These guys are freaking, the Turkish writers who wrote this, hats off, is some really very creative stuff. Shield bash all combatants. Diplomacy, horse speed, rock and roll. Battle continuation always. Disguise system, I've never really used it. Let's find out what it is. Auto-calc terrain advantage, always. Return from exile, always. AI changes. Okay, that's a big boo-boo right there. This here, that high setting for AI changes, and this is what I want to talk about. AI changes and economy changes. These high settings are experimental, and they always have been, unless somebody's fixed it. I would ask Toxale if he rolls into the room. If that's been addressed, maybe he's fixed it. But if you've got these settings, diplomacy, AI changes, and economy changes, if you have AI changes and economy changes on high, you're going to have full out chaos in the world of Colradia. You're going to have lords jumping ship every week. The world will change drastically very quickly. Okay? That's what these settings are. AI changes, economy changes. The world will change really quick. I put those suckers on low. Low has always been recommended. And I always notice when I have things on low that I don't have a game meltdown of 50 lords getting indicted for treason. And I noticed that was a problem in my game because I didn't look at this setting in our other game we're going to play in a little bit. Okay? And one of the Kurgat lords jumped ship like week 1. I was like, whoa, what's up with that? Why did he jump ship so quick? We're 7 days in and this guy just joined the Nords with a city. I was like, whoa. And then I looked at this and I saw it was on high. I was like, oh, that's why. And so I don't like my worlds, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be 457, it could be Britain Wall to 1257, Sands of Faith. I like my worlds to stay static because I'm a player that likes to adventure through these worlds of Warband. I'm not somebody who likes to conquer the world. That's not my trip. My trip is to go through these worlds and experience these people, adventures, kill them and eat their food and take their castles and burn their shit to the ground. Welcome to Warband. But we can meet Alexander. We can meet Hannibal. We can meet Beowulf. We can meet Sigurd the Mighty. And so I like to adventure through these worlds, and that's one of the reasons I play Warband. It's not to conquer. So because of that, I like to keep these changes to a minimum. Let the world change slowly to give my slow ass a chance to adventure through these worlds. Battle minimap overlay, I don't like it. True pit bars, it looks terrible. I don't like that. I don't like to see that. Decapitation, absolutely, man. You got tomato soup flying out of the guy's neck. It's awesome. Cheat mode, if you guys are really hurting and dying and you're not seeing that special piece of armor, no matter where you go, you just want that piece of armor. You got the coin for it, and you can't find it anywhere. It might not even be in the markets. Okay. And one of the things that comes to mind really quick is the spear damages and lance damages need to be doubled. The spear damages and the lance damages are terrible. And I always, that's just my own personal preference. I always double my spear and lance damages for all troops across the world. And these spear damages are really low. They're like 22 and shit. But cheat mode, turn the cheat mode on, go into the inventory, go into the market. You're going to pay your coin honest and fair and square. Spend your coin for that piece of armor that you want. You know what I mean? But spend your coin fair and square. Earn your keep. Right on. So everything's looking groovy. Disabled, disabled, low, low, low. Yes, we have homosexuality. Yes, we have polygamy. Yes, we have historical prejudice to make the game even tougher. Everything goes. There's no nudity. Sorry, you pervs out there. Now decide how the world will behave. Nearly everything may be changed later through the camp menu, but the content option will make some irreversible changes to the game world. And so what I was talking about is, good, that's working. Let's go. Preset banner. The create a custom banner option is absolutely bitchin'. Okay, it's totally cool. I want you guys to try it. If you run into this version of diplomacy, definitely give it a try. It's super cool. But if I get in there right now, smoking a bowl with MS, that's all we're gonna do for the rest of the night is play around with banners because it's pretty neat. And so I definitely say check out the banners. But we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a preset banner. And we'll grab our first banner. How about that? What was our first banner? What was Warlord's first banner in Warband? I grabbed Warband the week it came out. I still got my disc. My poor box is all crushed. I wish I would have gotten a really cool wall map poster of Colradia. That would have been really cool. Where's my banner? It's the dragon with the stripes. Dude, where's my banner? I can't see it. It's probably right in front of my face, isn't it? Yep, it's the dragon with the stripes. I don't see it. Love the Warband music. And that was another thing I wanted to discuss tonight. You will notice on YouTube that my videos will say Bannerlord or they'll say Mount and Blade, but they no longer say Mount and Blade Warband. And that is because the copyright licensing, I totally don't see my banner, and that's okay. We can grab another one. The licensing for the Mount and Blade Warband music, for Mount and Blade Warband, the soundtrack, the licensing has expired. And so all of you streamers out there, and I've noticed there's a lot of new people streaming Mount and Blade Warband who've never played it before. Where's that wild boar? There's our dragon. That's my dragon banner. I made this banner, this dragon banner. These banners shouldn't be in here. They shouldn't be in here. I think we're playing the right version. We better be, yeah. Yeah, this is my banner I made. I ganked this out of my 457 mods that I did for 457. So we'll grab our dragon banner. Awesome. Yeah, we'll import Oleg. Okay, Oleg Gundigson. Awesome. So we got a couple more points to play with. It doesn't matter. I'm going to bring Oleg in anyway. Weapon Master. What do we got? Shield. Yeah. Athletics. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go, go, go. Two-handed. Yep, I like that. One-handed, two-handed bastard sword. Okay, Oleg. Let's go, Oleg. Can you believe this guy? Look at this guy. Shit. Yep. There we go. Cool beans. Dude, the nose. Gotta have the nose. What's up with the nose? Nose, nose, nose. Zoinks. Look at the wood. Look at the grain. Look at the colors. Looks very nice. Very nice. It's just saturated just a little bit. It looks so juicy. That's so nice. The wood looks great. Looks like it's varnished. I notice things because that's what I like to do. It's so nice. It's so pretty. It is. It's nice work. Kick ass. What are you guys drinking? I got freaking cranberry ginger ale, man. It rocks. Awesome, Oleg. Let's go. Holy shit. Look at those terrible freaking ground textures, man. It's going to make my fucking eyes bleed. Dude, do you think the trees could be a little more saturated? Holy shit. It looks like it was sprayed with fucking lime green jello. We addressed that. So we're in Cherise. Let's pull in Oleg. I'm going to pull in my character, Oleg. Oleg. Now we're level 8. Where we're going to be continuing here in just a few minutes. I want to look around. Let's have a look around. What do we got? All right, Oleg, you got your goofy horse. We got some dried meat. Crossbow, we're probably not going to do shit with it. You notice that we did not get thrown into... And we're not continuing this playthrough. This is for the purposes of a first look. We're going to be continuing our other campaign that I've already been engaged in. We're a mercenary for the Nords. We're up by Verchag. We're at war with the Vagars. I'm level 8. We have about 5 companions, I think, in our other playthrough that will be continuing for the rest of the night, just as soon as we have a look at all of this. So let's have a look around Cherise. Cherise is so awesome. Wait. Camp. Let's go to our camp. Let's look at the settings first, make sure everything's groovy. Player inventory, parties, food consumption habits. This is great, very different, unique. It's very useful, it's very helpful. We can change the name of our party to anything we want. Select a book, player inventory. We can sort the inventory, that's very helpful. Settings, main settings, formation mod settings. Whenever you fire it up, you guys spawn day 1, boom. Make sure you hit your settings in the camp menu. We've already been here. Formation mods, disable player division 1, army rotates the center, prevent AI from taking defensive. Those are all things that I want in my game. Tournament system, let's set up our tournament. First of all, shit, I've got that turned down. That's some shit, that's loud, isn't it? Apologies. Yeah, that's cranked up, holy hell. All right, camp menu. Let's have a look. Boom. Formation mod, tournament system settings. I love this tournament, this whole tournament setup. If you guys don't have these tournament settings, these tournament setups in your mod, put them in your mod. Thank you if you do. If you guys desaturate your textures and the freaking landscapes, thank you if you do. Disable tournament enhancements. We want the tournament enhancements because they are awesome. Enable automatic tournament quests. That means that you will get a notification. You'll get a notification that there are tournaments. So let's turn that on. Reactions to high. I don't want that on high. If you set quest reactions to high, that means you're going to get a negative buddy point with the Lord of the city because you did not attend the tournament that he invited you to. So I'll put that on low or I'll turn it off. Low, medium, high, low. There we go. So we're going to be sent an invitation to tournaments from lords. That's very helpful. So you don't have to cruise around everywhere saying, where's the next tournaments? You'll get a messenger, you get a raven, will come and drop off a message to tell you, hey, there's a tournament in Shariz, okay? And if I have it turned on low, if we don't show up to the tournament, we won't get a negative with the king or the leader of the faction or whoever owns the town. You guys get the idea. Display tournament, player options, that's what we want. Yeah, script warning, boom. Haven't seen that before. Script 984, calculate wager for bid. Let's see if that changes once we set the settings. Once we set the settings, that may address that issue. Payout, 0 dinars. What do you mean 0 dinars? Wager, 2 bids. Whoa, just 2. Wait, no. Dinars, 200 dinars. Bid, we got to knock down 2 opponents. So check this out. Random, we'll do red team because I can see red really well when we're in the tournaments. I can see red good. We don't have yellow, do you? Do we? We do. You can see yellow really good too. We'll stick with red. We're going to wager 200 dinars. We're going to bet, our bid is that we can knock down 2 opponents. Here's the dealio. You guys are freaking hurting for dough. If you're hurting for dough and you go to the tournament, you're using this tournament setup, Oleg, you're looking good, old man. Yeah, he's my favorite cousin. So check it out. The wager's 200 coin. You got to knock down 2 opponents on the bid. You guys can't see my cursor, can you? I think you can, you? I don't know. It don't matter. 200 dinars. The bid's 2 points. You knock down 2 opponents. You're gonna make 1,000 dinars. All you got to do is go to a tournament, knock 2 guys down. You earn 1,000 coin. You can't beat that. You can't tell me you're going broke in Warband if you're playing this tournament settings. I love these tournament settings. They're bitching because there's no elimination. All the fighters, it's just like a real medieval tournament. All the fighters fight in all the rounds and whoever scores the most points wins the tournament. Just like a real tournament. Rock and roll to whoever invented this tournament system. It's bitching. And so we got 1,000 dinars. All you got to do is knock two guys down. So I'm not even getting in the top 3. I'm not even getting in the top 3. I'm not even getting bronze. I'm not even getting 3rd place. But I'm walking away with 6,000 coin. You know, so I love it. I love this tournament system. Difficulty, you can set how many guys you like to fight. For me, it's usually 2 teams of 6, 2 teams of 5. That usually works for me. Never randomize the equipment. Now you can choose your own equipment. How about that? One-handed and shield, baby. Kick it down. Awesome. Horse. Now that's going to depend upon where I'm doing a tournament. Because in some of the arenas, I don't want to be on a horse. Most of our team might be on foot. You know, so in some arenas, a horse is detrimental. And in some of these arenas, they forbid a horse. So even though you choose horse, you will spawn in the round, but you won't have a horse. You'll choose sword and shield, but that faction doesn't offer sword and shield. They offer axe and shield. So if you go to Vercheg or you go to Tyr, you may find yourself with an axe and a shield rather than a sword and a shield and no horse. So also, you can change these settings during the tournament. So if you want to change up your weapons in the 3rd round, you can. It's super. Okay, so we got 1 more point left. 1 more point left. We'll enhance our armor. So now we got 0 points. So it gives us 3 choices we can choose. Now we're solid. Let's turn off all this crazy stuff. The font, I think it's... Yeah, you can't read it because that panel's too dark and the font is in black. Okay, but what this does is as you progress through the tournaments, your opponents will be more equally balanced with your level and your skill set. Okay, me, I like to be beat up on the weaker guy, and I like trying to not get my ass kicked too bad by the tougher guy. And so we'll leave it a little more realistic rather than a genie snapping their fingers and saying you're all equal with the dagger. You're going to get into a tournament. There's always somebody tougher no matter where you go, and now you know what you got to know. And that's that. Display tournament design options, credits, and information. Hot diggity dog. I think that's it. Walk around the campsite. Walk around the campsite. The campsite will become really useful when you get companions. You bunch of dirty birds. So look at this. We got no... Our camp sucks. This tent texture, I think that tent texture was 4K. And I was kind of like, do we really need a 4K texture for a tent? Right? And I shrunk it down. I think it still looks pretty good. So it's not loading some big ass texture for a goofy ass tent. I'd live in that sucker. I'd love to live in that tent. Are you kidding me? I'd love to live in a yurt. Could be bitching. We can't even ride a doggone step horse, man. It's terrible. I'm going to take that flower right there. It looks like a, what do you call it? A thistle. That's a magic thistle. We're going to put that shit all over our armor. We're going to be fireproof. We can go kill a dragon. Look at that. It's not even burning. Look at bitchin'. All right, Oleg. Let's go get into some trouble. Taking action. No action. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. Resume traveling. Awesome. Reports. Troop trees. Awesome. Factions, troop trees, Kyrgyzstan. Let's see. The Nords. Bitchin'. Kingdom of Rodox. Ah, the Rodox, man, they're so tough. They hit hard, man. Those sergeants. All right, Serenade Sultanate. Yeah, so we are playing Ibn Fadlan. The Journals of Ibn Fadlan. The Flesh Eaters. 13th Warrior. Antonio Banderas. Yeah, we're doing our Sam Bandit playthrough. We got to get back into Ibn and explore all those really cool options with that totally different, weird playthrough. Bandit King playthrough, man. It's so different.
Out here in the perimeter, there are no stars. Out here, we is stoned, immaculate.
It's a mild form of ESP or intersubjectivity. Scientists can't explain it, but they know that it exists. It can register to be viewed and monitored. Intersubjectivity, when two people are thinking the same thing at the same time. It's not always coincidence out here in the stars. Cool beans. So that concludes our character creation and settings portion of this broadcast here at Sunday Afternoon Classics at WGN Channel 9 Chicago with your host, Fraser Thomas. My Channel 9 childhood. So let's go see what's happening. This should trip you guys out. I love this city. Let's see how it looks. Oh, dude, look at your poor horse. Look at this. So bitchin'. Awesome. I love it down here, man. The serenades. Pardon me. And like I said, I just fired this up. We're going to jump over to my other campaign. We're going to do a little, show you what I've been up to with this mod. That's the pub. And thank you for that, Jim Morrison. What's shaking, sister? You busy? Galeas. He must be a poet. It's mighty quiet in here. I didn't put my sounds in here. Now in my version, the little bit of work that I've done to this, we're going to fire that up here in a few minutes. We're going to switch over to Warlord's version of Biclomacy. Biclomacy. Flick your Bic. And you'll hear, I put some ambient sounds in here. So you hear these people mumbling and talking shit and the girls giggling and these guys tipping their glasses. And so that should be pretty good. Galeas, who are you? You have the look of someone who should get to know me. Why is that? Most important men in southern Colorado, there's a strong demand for labor in these parts. Apart from the need for men to route the ships in the bays, Salt Mine City are also taken in new hands. Many wealthy individuals here would pay good silver for capable servants to help manage their household. My role in all this is to bring jobs and people together. We can hire a very wide variety of different types of NPCs that we couldn't before. And so now we have more access to NPCs for hiring purposes to add to our warband, pardon me, or to occupy in a position of employment in our businesses. I ain't joking. Yeah. And so in our other playthrough, we just bought a tavern. We bought a tavern in Virchag, and now we have to hire people to work it. And so I'm looking forward to figuring that out and seeing how that works. We were told that, well, you own the tavern, you bought the tavern, we built the tavern, but now you have to find people. You have to, pardon me, you have to hire people for the tavern. I like that. That's cool. That's challenging. It's something new, right? Awesome. Like mustard and peanut butter. Yep. So you're a slaver. I prefer to call myself the man who keeps everything in this realm running. We do need to figure that out. Without people like me, the salt mines. It's interesting because with the salt mines, okay, much like in Viking Conquest and in Banner Page, you can take slaves and you can employ them in different operations like the salt mine and make a passive income. So you can capture slaves and you can either get immediate coin and sell them off, or you can rent them out to a salt mine or say to my tavern, I can hire them. Okay. Civil War fact of the day. One of the greatest causes for the American Civil War was this exact institution. And I don't mean slavery. As a whole, yes, of course. But Southerners were renting out their slaves, okay, in the 1840s, 50s, and 60s to Northerners. So what happened with that? All the white Northerners were jobless because these Northern factory owners and merchants and farmers could rent slaves from Southerners for dirt cheap. And so all these white guys up in the North had no jobs. And so that was a major cause of the Civil War that most people, you don't hear that in a classroom very often. You don't, but you'll hear it in Gettysburg. And that was a big cause of that, was exactly what this cat Galeas is involved in doing. You can rent us your slaves and we'll rent them off, and he's a middleman, essentially. Cool, so let's move on. Do think about it, mark my words, and we will. And so the upside there is that's just one more option to make good coin. Oh yeah, big time. Oh yeah, big time. There were so many factors at the same time. Okay, and ecology teaches us that it's never just one weak link in a chain. Okay, that makes the chain fall apart. There's always more than one factor for any problem. You kick me in the shin, my shin hurts. Is it because you kicked me in the shin, or is there something else involved? You know, reactions, etc., etc. Yeah, and so that was happening. in Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Pennsylvania. And so there was a lot of pissed off Northerners because they were out of work. Yeah. Outsourcing, sorta, I suppose. In any event, we're going to find some action. And like I said, we're going to switch over and continue our other playthrough. We're a couple of months into that. I opened up a tavern. We have several companions. We're at war. We're a mercenary. We're well into the game. But I did want to show and display day one character creation. And I made a video, high def, 1080 for YouTube, etc., etc. I'm curious, this mod. I am curious. I don't see much about it. Is it a taboo subject? Are people too sensitive and afraid to say, look at this and say, this exists? If this is your trip, if you like that level of historical accuracy, because it is. It is, in addition. But it's not something that I need for my game. The artwork looks bitchin'. In any event, let's go to the castle. Let's check out some of our options. Look at this. How'd you like to live here? Awesome. Look at this. Man, he's got it made. Yep, he's living fat. Yeah, you are. Walk, sunshine. I need to set this so we walk all the time. I don't need to be running around. Where am I running? That's how me and my wife used to set up our stuff. We had pillows, and all of our tables were real low to the ground. Awesome. Dude, that's a big fat book. Sultan Hakim! Do I know you? The Sultan. 1200 renown. 40 controversy? Dude, you only got 200 coin, you poor Cherise Sultan. Check him out. My name is Oleg, at your service, sir. That's right, we better chill. He'll freaking cut our heads off. He's not the Sultan for no reason at all. There's a reason he's the Sultan, and that's because he can just look at me and I'll just explode. Yep, he's the Sultan. He's more terrorizing than the Cyclops. I'm Sultan Hakim, the ruler of Serenade Sultanate and Lord Cherise. Yeah, our Bandit King playthrough. Boy, that's something different. With banner page, that's cool. I see that you carry nobleman's banner, although do I not recognize the device. Know that I'm always looking for good men to fight for me once they prove themselves to be worthy of my trust, like the great Razuli. That's right, everybody knows the great Razuli. Sean Connery. See, so check this out. We're not going to explore that, but you see the option right in the middle. Let me show you a good time, my lord. Welcome to diplomacy. And so I haven't explored that option, but it's there. You first. No offense, Sultan. No offense at all. All right, I'm sure you're a cool Sultan and all that jazz, but I'll let somebody else go before me. And so the option is there. I will ask you something. How goes the war? We're at war with the Kurgs. And we're at war with the Rawdoks. Oh, the Rawdoks are so tough. The Rawdoks are so tough. Now, if you can ally, and this is what we're going to do in our playthrough. If you can ally the Kurgits with the Nords, you're fucking unstoppable. Yep. Suffered in the fighting. Even Steven. The Kurgit Khanate has probably been raiding some of their caravans. So, Senor, what are you doing? No campaign in progress. While they may change shortly, we're waiting for the selection of a marshal. How goes the war? So, they're not going to have a marshal anytime soon. It's probably going to be a couple of days, probably a week, before these guys get together, have a feast, get a marshal. We'll jump in the arena. We're going to go to the pub. You see the freelancer option. Day one, lightning strikes the ground. There you spawn in Kalradia, just like Elric of Melniboné. And if you would like, and what I usually do, and this is why I love freelancer, is boom, we've been in the game for one day, we can join his army. Okay? You get paid, you get free armor, you get some loot, you get buddy points with the Sultan, you're always back at the city. Okay? You get a gold, you get to work up those 5 or 6 tiers of your enlistment. And I love freelancer. It's great. It's the best way to go. It's the best way to go. Man, you get that foot soldier on the ground, in your face experience. You don't have to manage your troops, your food, your morale, all that jazz. Fighting in the army of your Lord. So rock and roll. And maybe we will do that here in a minute. Let's jump into the arena. Now we can go into the tavern. Let's have a talk at the barmaid. 1 beer for my companion, so we can buy a beer. And that will increase our morale. Thank you. That's so convenient. Thank you for putting that in. That's so easy. That's easy morale right there. Boom. Buy these guys some beer. They're happy jack in no time. Find a lady, dice games. I guess I should leave. Who is the Emir Talimsan? Emir Talimsan is our scoundrel. Who is our scoundrel? What's his purpose? Emir Talimsan has been asking around for someone who might want to work. I watch yourself with him, though. You may want to speak with him. He's the cat that you want to talk to when your boys are sitting around twiddling their thumbs. And you need some blood, and you need some booty, and you need some real estate, and you want to incite a war. This is the cat to talk to. It give you a quest to attack a caravan or raid a village, and you can just shake the caravan down for coin, okay, to try to incite a war. Now you're going to lose some buddy points with some of the lords of that faction, and you're going to gain some buddy points with lords of that faction. So that will easily reveal to you who the warmongers are, okay, and who the peacemakers are. So you can see who the lords are that are geared and ready to take over the world, right? And those are the lords who want war, like our pal here, Emir Talimsan. He's the cat to talk to if you are interested in getting some jobs to do dirty deeds, done dirt cheap. If you're looking for those kind of jobs, that's the cat to talk to. That's our scoundrel. Now, in some kingdoms, there's not going to be a scoundrel, unfortunately, because it's always nice to be able to have that option for that sort of dishonorable playthrough. Okay, and I'm curious, I haven't explored, I haven't discovered yet whether or not, if we have a negative honor score, will we be able to recruit Sea Raiders? Right? How about if we start an army of Sea Raiders with a negative honor, probably a negative honor of 50? In Banner Page, if you have a negative 50 honor, you can recruit all the bandits in the world if you have less than 40 soldiers. So if you roll out, you got 10 guys with you, you run into some Sea Raiders, and you got negative 50 honor, you can recruit all those Sea Raiders, but you got to have less than 40. So roll out with like 5 or 10 troops, and then roll up on 30 or 40 Sea Raiders. You got a negative 50, negative 60 honor, and you have the coin because you have to pay them. Hire those suckers, throw them in Beluga Castle. Cranberries and ginger ale, proof that the gods exist. That's right. Watch yourself with them. Welcome to No Hurry, No Worry Gaming here at the Lucky Sombrero. Looks like my cousin. So, my friends, one of the options in the game, you're mighty cute, darling. Yes, you are. You come here often? Ridiculous, isn't it? So we can have this option, right? Looking for a good time. She's ready to rock and roll. Look at this. Is the screenshots working? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Looking for a good time. We could go find a room upstairs. Very well, let's do it. You're not going to see the screen. but you'll hear the noise. And you'll see a different blued out version on my YouTube channel. And I have to say, and this is what I want to comment on, I at first thought that this would be absolute dog shit. That this, I was like, Mountain Blade Warband, for real. Come on, Mountain Blade Warband, I don't believe it. Okay, so you get the idea. But that's all you'll see. But I have to say that the skins, pun intended, okay, the models, the 3D models, the people, and the animations are great. They're outstanding. The person who made that, and it's a couple of people that are engaged in sexual intercourse. Yeah, there's no flying elephants involved. But no trapezes, nothing crazy, man. No whipped cream, right? It's just a couple of cats from Colorado having a good time. And so you can pick up a girl in a bar, and I believe you can pick up a girl like that, or a guy. Okay, if you're playing a girl, guy, it don't matter. Welcome to Colorado. I think once a day, but I'm not really sure if it's funny, yeah. It's actually really well done. Hats off to the developer, because the animations are really well done. The detail on the skins, right down to the nipple, is outstanding. The skins, the models, the nude models are really well done. 5 stars, they're really well done. The animations are great. If this person can make animations like that, you guys get rid of those animations where the people look like they're like drugged out, standing around going, it's just, it's terrible. Make better animations, man. Warband is awesome. This person made some just kick-ass animations. And that's a couple of people not doing anything crazy, right? It's, it's like your grandparents, mine are gone. But anyway, that's that. So that's one option that you can do. You can meet a barmaid, you can go in and you guys can hook up and have a good time. Okay, but like I said, you're not going to see that on my live stream. But I'll let you hear it. You're going to hear that on the radio anyway. I can hear it. Guys, shut up out there. I can hear you guys. You're banging on the wall. So that's that. The models, as we'll see here in a minute, the models on the men and the models on the women, the body builds are like fucking perfect. They all look like the X-Men. All these guys look like Wolverine, right? Yeah, and all the women look like, the Phoenix, right? And, or Storm, yeah. All the women look really great. They all look like the X-Men, But the models are really well done. I'm really impressed. Now, all of this stuff, all of these graphics and these trees and the buildings and the textures on the walls were made. This is all part of Mountain Blade Warband, and I think it's called Reworked, right? A gentleman, like I said, had retextured and really juiced up all the really good native stuff, made it high def, and it looks really great. The landscapes, though, the desert, and I'm a guy who my overland map, to each his own, likes it his own way. And I've always made my own textures from scratch for a lot of the Warband mods that I play. And this is one of them. This is another one. Because the landscape colors are too saturated. They're too bright. It should be addressed. It takes about 5 seconds. In any event, I freaking love the Sultanate, man. Look at that. Right up there on top of that building. He's got the sticks up there with the roof. We could be up there having a freaking barbecue. Look at that. He's got like 4 big fat vats of wine. Awesome. Yeah, man. I'd love to live down here in Cherise, huh? Thank you, Tale Worlds, for 10 years of fun. I do believe it may be the anniversary, or maybe it was last year, of the release of Mountain Blade Warband. And I think that's why I've seen so many more new people playing Mountain Blade Warband. And you know, if a bunch of these mod developers could get together, boy, you can make the ultimate Mountain Blade Warband. And then I'd still mod the fuck out of it. Hot diggity dog. Let's get our asses kicked. The sun is going down, so there's a big shadow on the field. Good day, friend. If you came to watch the tournament, you came in vain. There won't be a tournament here anytime soon. We'll jump in there and get our asses kicked a second. Oh, dude, you gave me the stick. Yeah, we came at the wrong time of day. Fucker. You bastards. They're all cousins, man. They all ganged up on me, a bunch of bastards. Yeah, me too. I have Bannerlord, and I play it now and then. I can't stream it, though. It's too heavy for my old computer. Hopefully someday I'll get a new computer before I'm dead. Yeah, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go knock on Bill Gates's door. Right. I'm going to ask him, please, Mr. Gates, can I borrow your computer so I can play Bannerlord? Looking all pathetic. Yeah, I love Warband. Warband is my favorite game, and it has been for probably 10 years since it came out. Yeah, I did my homework and I fought in Warband, and I almost beat a kid's ass. I went to get this kid. He kept confusing Mountain Blade with Mountain Blade Warband. He's trying to tell me that this is an old game. We don't sell it anymore. I said, no, it's new. It just came out. But I got my game. I got my game. Rivacheg, Halmar, Bayer. Halmar. So, let's see what other options there are. There's no companions in here. And I need to find a companion if I'm going to show you guys anything else. What else we got? Crossbow. We got this silly sword. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so check this armor out. Yeah, there's some cool custom armors in here. I'm going to have to show you guys the stuff in my other playthrough. Yeah. We will, yeah, our stuff sucks. I'm not planning on continuing this playthrough. This is for the purpose of viewing day one, because I haven't shown character creation on the stream for this mod until now. But we're going to jump into my version. We're going to jump into my Warlords edit. But there was a few other options that I wanted to show you guys. But we have to find a companion. So let's find the companion. What's the closest city? Yeah, Halmar. There's a tournament there. And there's a tournament in Bayer, but it's all the freaking way across the map. So Halmar may be the way to go. Let's go to the land of the Kurgs. This color is like way too bright, man. It's making my fucking eyes bleed. It's like, and I've got the gamma turned down halfway. You come across a lone warrior traveling towards Halmar. From him you learn that there will be a tournament held in the town by Aligar Nawan. So there's our tournament notifications. And that's really helpful because I'm always looking for a tournament. I'm always looking for a tournament. And so there we go. Let's go to Halmar. And so that's a really nice option. Yeah, it's cool watching the shadows on this stuff. We got to watch out for freaking bandits. Yeah, the trees and stuff. I changed all the trees. I added my own trees in. Oh, fuck. Let's get out of here. Let's get away from this bastard. I love this castle. Yep, that was probably the second castle I ever took. And we can build our bandit hideout right up here. Right up in the mountains. That's what we're doing with our Even Fadlan playthrough. Let's see if we can get away from this cat. What are we doing? 5.5 miles an hour? Yeah, these trees look terrible. Those poor trees. Tournament. Awesome. Let's see who's at the tavern. And so I think you can have intercourse with an NPC once a day. I do not know if your charisma or your persuasion has anything to do with it. I imagine that it does. Now we have similar options for fancy romancy in Brittenwalda as well. And those interactions with your companions of a sexual mature nature are determined by the success or failure of sexual relations with your NPCs or companions in Brittenwalda mod is based on your charisma, persuasion, etc., etc. And of course, in the Brittenwalda mod, there are no animations of that nature that I refused to show you guys earlier. There's so much content in vanilla, and I can't wait to start trying mods. Yeah, my mod. You want to see it? Yeah, I do Sparta. We have Sparta night. Stay tuned. I play a bunch of Greek lore for you guys, some really good audiobooks, and we cruise around Greece. We've been playing that playthrough for a couple of years here on this channel. And welcome, Vors. Dude, yeah, my Sparta mod is fucking modded like crazy. It doesn't look anything like the original Sparta mod. I got a whole custom Amazon troop tree. Got badass Amazons in the troop tree. And you have the option to have the Amazons, you have all your warriors be naked, like they really were, or you can swap folders and they'll have their clothes on. Oh yeah. Yeah, I need to zip up my stuff and put it online for you guys. Yeah, because I got different screens and music and stuff, and I fixed a few things. There's still a couple of things that I need to change that I'm not happy with before I zip it up. But I added like a 3-tier or 4-tier Amazon troop tree as part of the Spartans, right? We just streamed that like a couple of weeks ago, I think. I think I played Sparta a couple of weeks ago here on Twitch. So the videos are probably right on my videos on Twitch. I may have put something on YouTube. Yeah, but gosh, it's very hard. It's very different. The combat's really different. It'll trip you out the first time you play it. The first time you play Sparta. Yeah, you'll see it as Peloponnesian Wars. Yeah, but I call mine Sparta. It used to be called Sparta. But the combat is cool. It's challenging. It's very different. A lot of poor, pathetic souls just couldn't get with the combat. A lot of people griefed on that mod and weren't happy with this or weren't happy with that, or oh, it's too hard, or blah blah blah. Listen, when you guys walk past a hamburger shop, okay, if you don't like the hamburger, there's no point in standing there pointing at the hamburger shop saying, oh, your hamburgers suck. Just move on. If you don't like something that you're playing, move on to something that you do. Don't waste your time with the poo-poo, right? If you don't like the hamburger, go across the street and get a chili dog. Don't waste your time bitching about the hamburgers because you could be eating chili dogs. So Sparta mod, take it or leave it. Simple shit. Sparta mod's fucking challenging. It's hard. It's great. It's awesome. And it runs even better when you shrink the textures down a little bit. So instead of turning your settings down, we need to find a companion. No companions. Let's fight in the tournament. You see, we got that message from a raven, and we had an invitation to come to the tournament. And so now we showed up to the tournament. We made good on the invitation. RSVP. Here we are. Boom. So that's a mission accomplished. We got a quest completed. But since I have it on low settings, that we won't get a big penalty if we don't show up, We didn't get any bonus buddy points. Now, if I would have had that on high, that there's a very high chance that if we don't show up to this invitation to this tournament, the Lord who invited us from the town of Halmar will get like 3 negative points. But if we do show up, we'll probably get 3 buddy points. So it all depends upon how you want to roll. Me, I just want the notification. I want the bird to show up with the message, hey, there's a tournament going on. He doesn't care if I show or not, but he'd sure like my company, so that's cool. Dude, I turned that off. I don't want to see that on my screen. Let's go, fucko. So I just knocked down my 2 opponents. I knocked 2 opponents that I bet that I would. And I did, and so I'll make 1,000 coin off that just from knocking down 2 guys. I don't have to win the tournament. It doesn't matter what place I come in. I can come in last place, but I just knocked down my 2 guys. I just made 1190, so I just made $1,000 on that bet. That's all I had to do is knock 2 guys down, and I made 1,000 coin. Doesn't matter if I'm 3rd place or nothing. Dude, I'll fire it up here in a minute. Have a look around. I'll show you what it is. I don't know if you're using a Steam version. I'm sure you know how to create a non-Steam version if you want to. But I believe that there is a version of Sparta on Steam Workshop. There is. A version. I've never seen it. I've never played it. I know it is a version of the same mod that I've modded. There was an original Sparta mod, and that mod has been mini modded a few times, and I've mini modded it myself too, to my own liking, because fuck yeah, man, ancient Greece. You know what I want to do to that, man? I want to have a Minotaur quest with a maze where you have to go in through like a Minotaur quest to kill the Minotaur. You can get a really badass sword. Or how about we have a Medusa quest where it's like permadeath. If you fail, you turn to stone. If you fail the Medusa quest, that's it. It's game over. Right? Wouldn't that be neat? Put unicorns in there. Right? Put some real characters from Greek history and lore in there. You got Hercules cruising around, right? How about centaurs, right? Our character's name is Chiron, named after the centaur that trained Hercules and Achilles. Yeah. That would really be cool to add some of that stuff in there, man. You know what I mean? And like we have Delphi, and we go to Delphi all the time, right? Well, why not have a real oracle of Delphi that we can go and interact with? And let's say she heals up all of our party for a donation. That the oracle, we go to Delphi to get healed by the oracle, okay? Or maybe she'll give us some words of wisdom, or maybe a peek into what the factions are planning on doing a week from then. Yeah, I'd love to see some stuff in there like that. The freaking Cyclops, the Harpies, right? I changed and modified the map, some of the place names. So now we have Ithaca where Ithaca should be, where Ulysses and where Odysseus' home was. And that's one of the things I wanted to do, was take Ithaca for Sparta. And so we will. And the Persian Empire is huge, and the Thracians are huge. Yeah. Intersubjectivity, scientists know that it exists, but they can't explain how it exists. They don't know how it exists. Scientists know through testing Timothy Leary, Jerry Garcia, and Ken Kesey that intersubjectivity exists, and it's enhanced and heightened by the use of LSD. But they don't know how it exists. They don't know how it works, but they know it's there and it's real. And so eventually, I think, in my own imagination, that human beings will have telepathy someday. And this is the beginning. Is LSD the key? Absolutely not. Ice cream is the key. Oh, come on, move, 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 move. Fucker. My horse is almost done. You bitch. My horse is barely moving. You telling me I'm the last one left? I'm dead, mate. Oh, you fucker, you. Let's go javelin. Fuckers are enamored to javelins. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I need another horse. Oh! We lost. You suck, Warlord. Good job, Henry. Good job, Captain Simon. And Lawrence, you're buying the drinks. That's right. Let's kick some ass this round. I'll do my best with my level 8 hero. And I'm killing time. And we're just going to jump into my other playthrough that I've modded because I have everything in place. We've done our character creation. We're in day 1. We've interacted with the Sultan. We picked up a barmaid and we went to do some dirty, fancy romancy upstairs, fully censored. And we're going to jump into Warlord's edition of Diplomacy. We'll call it Biclomacy. And thanks for joining me. If you're tuning in an hour later, thanks for joining me. Let's try to win. Oleg. That's right. That's what I call my left leg. Oleg. It's short for only leg that works. And thanks for joining me tonight, guys, for this crazy mod. It's a great mod. It is. If this is something that you're looking for, this has my stamp of approval. It works. It's a great mod. It's well done. It's not something that I need in any of my mods. And this will probably be the only thing I ever play forever, right? Yeah, I'll stop playing Pac-Man for this. That's where all my paper route money went to. Pac-Man. At the mall. Let's go. Oh, you bastards. Fucking payback time. I don't like these horses. These horses suck. Oh, you bastard. Fuck. I need these points. I want the money, right? I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna switch our campaign anyway to my game. I need a lance. I need a spear. Spear would do it. Yeah! Oh, you fucker. Man, he was tough. He was tough. Shit, we hit him like 10 times. Let's win this tournament, then we're going to go and move on in our other campaign. Yeah, because I need to find a companion, and in my other playthrough, I already have companions. Right in the freaking head, son. Oh, you bastard. See that shit? Yep, there's my 1,000 right there. Dude, they just keeled over. Did you see that shit? I touched them and they died. That's horrible. Man, I'm not going to go near horses anymore. Shit. Right on, Oleg. I killed 5. I killed 5 horses. Did you see that? Oleg. Oleg. Let's go, Oleg. Holy shit. Oh, that shit hurt, didn't it? Where are you going? Oh! Oh! Right in the back of the neck. No view controls. We're floating above our body in Purgatory. Purgatory, Pennsylvania. Kick his ass, boys. That's right. I shouldn't have to stay in here. Oh! 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 Good job, boys. Good job. Beers on me. Let's go. Oh, I love these tournaments. They're great. Oh, let's make a difference, boys. Let's make a difference. That guy with the spear, he's gonna be a big fucker. Man, the horses just keel over. There's a time where the horses just die. That sucks, man. If you need a horse. Shit. Look at that. How much coin do we make? Look at that. 17,000 coin. Holy shit. I know we started with so we made 4,000 coin. So we knocked down what, 8 guys? Yeah. And there's nobody in the pub. So we can go hook up with someone if we wanted to. But we don't have a companion. And so we did have a look at this mod. Diplomacy, whoever he is. So now we'll go look at the version I'm working on. And I have a campaign already going on in that's a little more down the road. Yeah, because I had to, this is one mod that I couldn't, as I stated when I started the stream, the broadcast, the stream's out my window. is that with a mod of this nature, I needed to preview it to see what we were in store. I couldn't just, free will it on a live stream. Good old ooze call. Rock and roll. So there it is. Boy, it looks pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, those are nice menus, bitchin'. Awesome. So that's that. That is your right out of the box, fresh out of the can, Diplomacy. Reloaded. This is the reloaded version. So let's see what this guy's up to. What are you doing, Warlord? Did you miss any chat? Maybe. Thinking again. Points of interest. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There's so much amazing, man. Human history, the history of the world. Mind-blowing. Never fails to fascinate the world we live in. The people, places, and things since the beginning of time, what's transpired. It's a mighty thought to ponder. Vanilla playthrough character, right on. Sultanate. I've never played League of Legends. I don't play very many games. I play 3 or 4 games a decade, probably, maybe half a dozen. Yeah, right on. So we ready to get in there? Yeah, we are. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys, in that mod. If that mod is for you, it's got some interesting options. I think that it adds, and we're going to continue playing it in my own playthrough as Oleg. Yeah. Oleg Gundigson. Who is Gundig? Gundig Harry Breeks. You guys know. I think what we're going to do is marry Matheld, and we're going to rule the kingdom of the Vagars and the Nords. As always, I have my eye on Sungetcha Castle. Sungetcha is the best, and Nelag is always something to snag. If you can hold off 4 million Kurgan archers that attack you in a siege, we might be able to. We'll see what we can do. If you guys are joining me this morning, thanks for joining me. We're going to be playing for a bit more. Thanks for kicking it. I don't know who's lurking. I don't know who's chilling, but if you're tuning in, thanks for seeing what I'm up to. Let's go to my edition. Let's have a look at what I did. DP Reloaded. No pun intended. These guys. What a riot. Now I do have an intro movie. I did make an intro movie, a game intro movie, but it's an R-rated nature, and so it's not being displayed. I used the old Tale World, but I redid the logo up there on the top left. And name that scene. I'll send you a postcard. What's that from? That's a piece of film. And the Hall of the Mountain King. Welcome to Warlords Edition of the very same mod that we were just playing. So I changed the font and resized it. I hope it looks nice. Changed the logo so you know what you're playing. How can we mix those letters up to make something much better? Welcome to Oleg's world. How we doing? 150, everything's groovy and the same. Sweet. Let's go. Now Oleg, and this playthrough I've been playing already, this was what I played to preview this mod before tonight's stream. This is what I played because I needed to see what we were in store for. And so let's continue. Oleg's at day 17. I remade these menus. I redid the fonts. How's the textures look? Not so saturated. How about those trees? So you see the difference. The snow I'm going to do something with. It is interesting. I do like the blue. The white line for the river should be blue and the bank should be white, not the other way around. Because if snow has fallen on the ice of the river, there would be snow on the banks. No matter, it's Colradia. This is magic freaking taiga snow. I think this looks cool. It's different. We'll see what if I change anything with the snow. The trees, I already redid all the trees. I redid the grass with my own textures, redid the font, and the music that we're listening to, I actually did mix it. This isn't vanilla music. It's vanilla music, but it's mixed. I changed it up. The desert, how's that look? Is it a little easier on the eyes? Cool. It is for me. And one of the reasons that I change textures sometimes is because of my disabilities, because of optic neuritis that is caused by multiple sclerosis. Those bright textures, those oversaturated stuffs, really hard in my eyes because they're sensitive. So rock and roll, here's where we were just at, Almar. And so what do you say? What do you know? What do you hear? Oleg. And we just got our first mercenary contract and we're kicking it here in Verchag. And there's our man Oleg, same Oleg. Yep, same level. Renown 111. Yep, we're rocking it. Let's check out our inventory. We got some goods we're hanging on to. We're doing good. Yeah, rusty Nordic warlord helmet. We got some good stuff. We're still working on our skills. You guys saw the very same character, the very same hero, level 8 warleg here in Diplomacy, get his ass handed to him in that tournament. But shit, we made some coin, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And I should import that character so we get the coin and so that we get the experience points. Yeah, so we got this stuff we're hanging on to. Yep, and we got gunpowder. Yeah, we do. We got a matchlock musket. We got some bullets. We got some good morale boosters with the vino and the beer. Kick ass. Awesome. We're doing all right. We got 13,000 coin. We got 13,000 coin. Let's check out our party. Yep, Oleg's got a pony. We picked up Artimener. He fell down. He's on a rock. He's sitting on a rock. Ferentis. We picked up Ferentis. We still need to get him a round shield. Artimener, he's pretty hooked up. He's even got some gunpowder. He's got an arquebus. He has a musket. So he's good to go. He's got a musket. He has a bastard sword. He was our first companion, and he's a damn good for. No, yeah, it was him and Clethy. I got him and Clethy at the same time. Ferentis has joined our crew, and I organized my roster based on how much I pay them. Ferentis, Lezelet, we just picked up Lezelet, I think yesterday. Nizar. He's something else, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Jeremis. Jeremis will be a tough guy. Jeremis is the one we needed to get a shield for. He doesn't have a shield. We need to get him a shield. And then we got the armors with Clethy and Deshavi. They got the warrior woman armors in this mod. Yeah, check them out. Check out Deshavi. Yeah, and the armor changes. You can customize it how you want it. It's trippy. It's a cool option. Right? And so the armor will change every time I put the boots on her. Her armor will change, right? But you can actually set it. It has its own options, so you can actually customize the armor. These cool. There's some of them. They kind of look like Wonder Woman. They're trippy. Yeah, so Deshavi's just kicking ass. And she'll look different. It like swaps out. That works. That's cool. Yeah, it's different. She's got a Nordic sword. She's using a bow. We need to try to find masterwork hunting bows. She needs some gloves. If I can find these girls a headpiece, I'll get them a headpiece. Right? Like, these are cool. Now, I prefer these. Frankly, that's my Deshavi. Right there. But I wanted to try out and I wanted to show off some of the options with this mod. Right? It's pretty cool. It's neat. It's different. Cool options. Variety. Yeah, different. Yeah, she's good. Cool beans. You guys get the idea. So that's the armor she's got. That's Deshavi here in in diplomacy. Good job on Deshavi. She looks great. Gracias, muchacho. Thanks for the company. Thanks for the company. Yeah, this is cool, man. We got a whole new Deshavi. And they have some trippy armor that's like, looks like Wonder Woman. Right? Let's check out some of our cats. Artimener. Let's go and take a look at our menu. Jeremus. We got 2 Caravan Guard. We're going to be using Cavalry. Nord Huntsmen, some archers, some footmen, We rescued a couple of veterans. These tough guys, the Norse veteran archer. I think a couple of the trained footmen, the Nord veterans. We rescued them. We jumped about 4 bandits and they had like 35 prisoners. Rock and roll. I put my name like that, it'll show up a little easier. Let's see. Ah, level 8. Yeah, it looks good. Awesome. Let's move so the music changes. We're gonna go hook up. We are a. Our camp options are all set. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Oh, my cam's right in front of the face. So let's see what time of day it is. Walk around the campsite, right? There's no music and no ambient sound there, man. I need to add some. So we got our whole freaking party. We need to hear some freaking birds, freaking eagles, freaking rah, right? We need to hear some ambient wind blowing. These guys need to be talking. Sure, I come out of the tent and everyone's quiet. They think they're going to lose their heads, right? So a sitting option would be great. Can we sit? Nope. And so here at camp, you can talk to all your characters. You can see all your heroes. She looks cool. Yep. Yep, or to make some BLTs. Welcome to camp. And now the camp option with this specific mod, and this is diplomacy. Isn't it time we should get to know each other better? How do you propose that we do that? Come to my tent. Yeah, exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Come to my, you guys can read perfectly well. I want to show you a good time. Oh, that's so dirty. Oh my goodness. Oh, great. Oh no. That's horrible. Cluffy, I didn't know people could do that. Yeah, so you get the idea. And so that's a camp option. That poor girl. And so that is an option in the camp menu. And so there's other options, I'm sure, and other interactions in this mod that I haven't discovered yet. And so that's up to you. If this is your thing, more power to you. Me, I take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. It's not, I have other important things to do, like taking castles and cities, right? So how's our tunes? Isn't that just a great menu? Name that film. Goodness gracious, Beowulf. There's our tunes. Let's go. So let's go talk to our Lord and see what's up. I wanted to look at troop trees. Awesome. We looked at that. World map, character report. It says we got a -4 honor. That's good. You're a lord of the kingdom of the Nords. We're not a lord, we're a mercenary. So we've been hired, we have a mercenary contract. We don't have a high enough renown to bend the knee. We probably need a 150 renown in order to become a vassal. Oftentimes it's over 300. And these mods these days, I think most people kick it around 150. Like Banner Page, I think we have Grimnir has a 150 renown and he's a vassal. I don't think we're going to become a vassal. We're going to take our own real estate. We're going to take our own fortress. We're going to take our own city on our own terms and be our own ruler. Honor rating number 4. We'll marry Matheld, maybe Lady Isil of Suno, maybe both of them. We'll see how the polygamy works. Maybe we can have more than one spouse. Maybe they can divorce our asses. Maybe they can have 3 husbands. And we have to share. We'll have to see what's in store. No friends, no enemies, party size report, character report, companion mission, weekly budget. We're getting paid 150. We're still down 233. Now we opened up a tavern and bathhouse in Virchag, and we should go check it out. We haven't been in there yet. Huh. This is what I'm looking for. That's what I thought. This needs to be redone. This menu needs to be changed. Yeah, I didn't do this menu. This panel needs to be lightened, and this needs to actually be resized. Yeah, let's see if I can take a screenshot. That should do it. Reselect banner, done. There's all kinds of great options in here. Check it out. Awesome. Just what we needed. This works. This works. This is great. Ha! Super. Yeah, I like this. Got their stories, everything. Look at that. That's great. Well practiced in the art of war, but I beg you, sir, to Shavi. It's got her story. Nizar. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I can dig that. Super. How about that? And guns. Freaking guns. Man, I'm going to have some fun with the troop trees. We're going to have some gunners. We got to add if there isn't already gunners. I didn't see any in the troop trees. Maybe some of the troops have guns. They should. Boy, that adds a whole new scope, man. 13th century got gunpowder, kick ass. And my friends, any of these smoothbores, rifles, arquebuses, and muskets can all be reloaded on horseback. I've done it 1,000,000 times, and there's 1,000,000 people who've done it 1,000,000 times. Reenacting fact of the day. You can load these right on horseback. I probably have a video of a guy doing it. He's on a little slouchback pony too. It was probably the 147th Gettysburg reenactment. Yeah, my daughter was a kid. Real little. Good memories. Big battles. Lots of gunpowder. Lots of smoke. Lots of cotton candy. I had a hamburger for dinner and boy, that was good. Tucker went to his chair. He has his own easy chair. He's a 1-year-old geezer. All right. Let's kill the enemy. This is kind of what I was looking for. It's very different. I like this. It gives you more info. We need to do something with this panel. Everything else looks super. Yeah, man. Awesome, awesome. And we've got the export import feature, which is great. For example, right here, I want Clethy to be an archer. I don't want her to be a thrower. And so with the export import, I can export her character and I can simply swap these skills. Just swap them. Even Steven, it's fair. Swap the 3 with the 1, just trade them. Or power throw 0, make the power draw 4. That's how I want my Clethy. And so that's what I will probably do if I remember it. View the world, the financial report. I think we're good. We don't have any courtships. Nope. There's no companion mission. I don't see what I'm looking for. Mm-mm. They swapped it up is what they did. That's why I'm not seeing it. The only reason I have 1 buddy point with these guys is because I delivered a message. This guy's pissed off at me for just absolutely no freaking reason at all. And he's supposed to be upstanding, but he has a negative with us. Why? I helped his ass out. Let's go. Let's see what well, Oleg, that's right. My big capital letters so I can see it. What's he doing? Patrolling around Vercheg. There's enemies in the borders, haven't come in force. It's time for us to raid and make money, take prisoners. That's what we're doing. We're freaking straight up Vikings. Rus Varangian Vikings. Oleg. We should go to Ambien. Where's the king? Quinn, he's nearby. Well, if you're not going to do anything, I guess we're going to have to go do something. We're going to go check out our pub. Let's check out good old Vercheg. Oh, it looks so good. Rock and roll, Oleg. We got a pony. We got a crappy old... I think we just got a new Huskarl shield. We gave Leslie our old one. Bitchin'. Looks good, sounds good. I could smell that cornbread right through the door. I changed the pub music. You'll also hear some ambient sound kick in that I use for my mini mods. This lute and lyre music that I created that music for my Sparta music originally, and now I use it for all my games. It's a lot better than the same old crap that we've been listening to these bards play for the last 10 years. So I made some new ones. I made 6 new tracks. So these guys play something a little more chill. Blade in my hand. Really? So they say. We can get 5 more troops. We need to go recruit. Really?
Go back to mud. Live by the sword. So they say.
It's nice to hit all these so you have that information. When you interact with Lady Glunda, you'll already have her info. Wandering Skald, you're my favorite cousin. Yes, you are. From your favorite scope. Scope. The scope. The scope. The scope is the Anglo-Saxon version of the Skald. Scope. Devoted to her family, that depends if you're east or west. Scope. Scope. Devoted to her family of kind and gentle temperament, a lady in all her way. That's great song lyrics. Lady Bryn, I've married her a few times. She's led by her passions, a romantic and a dreamer. And she's always tough because she is Jarl Olaf's daughter. And he's a hard nut to crack.
I was born with a blade in my hand. Good fortunes to you, my friend.
I just like the name. Conventional Maiden. Catelli. Conventional Maiden.
Live by the sword.
Singapore. She's the one. Determined to marry well and make her mark in the world. They're always the best because you get a rivalry. You have to work for her hand. You have to work for her hand. Yep. That's good, Aphrid. We're not even thinking about it at all, and I probably won't even marry any of these girls. We'll see, I don't know. Maybe we'll marry all of them. And then they'll murder me in my sleep, right, for the insurance money? Oh, Birgit. Gudrun, love that name. Good story. Highest moral standards, of course. I think that's it, right?
I was born with a blade in my hand. Really?
No feasts. Do we have any prisoners? Nope, no prisoners yet, but we will. Whoa! Don't go in the fire.
So they say.
What do I got? 55 guys? 385 beers? Let's see what our morale is. Our morale's excellent. They don't need to get drunk. If our morale was on high or medium or average, I'd buy him some booze. No one's home.
So they say.
We don't need anybody in here. We don't need this crossman. We don't need him. Now what about recruiting right here? Shipyard, Guildmaster, Marketplace. Go to the Guild District, and there should be options for hire some mercenaries. We got 100 renown. I wonder how they'll respond. My eyes are giving me jep. Winter, man. Winter is super dry season. The nose and the eyes. Yep, solution humidifier. I never did drag that sucker out. Do you, man? My nose. It's dry as the desert in the wintertime. Right on. Thanks for the kind words. And thanks for the kind vibes right back at ya. Ah, my cam is right in front of his face. I'm gonna have to move that. Let's see what they want to do here. Upon entering a seedy tavern, you note the assortment of mercenaries, cutthroats, refugees, and adventurous warriors. With some time and a little investigation, they could give you an overview who's available prior. This takes 1 hour. I'll pick up Norsemen. I'll just pick up Norsemen. Let's check out the markets, the goods. We're good. The short sword, I don't think I need it. We can sell it. Don't need it. We're good. We got cheese. We got everything we need. We're good. Yep, we're solid. Anything else we can raid. We can raid and take. Some of this stuff, I could take it or leave it. I could use this mail. This is cool. Ah, that would totally get me a date. It would. Yep, junk. We sold a bunch of junk. Let's see, I think we're good to go. Wait here at the shipyard. I'd love to get a ship, but we're not going to, not yet. Not yet. We will. A cog for 10,000, a galley for 7,000, long ship for 5. Wonder how long it is. It's up. We'll just. I wish we could preview them. Yeah. Marketplace. Let's go say hello to the lady of the house. The town walkers, all the town walkers, all of the village walkers, the ladies of the house, okay, anybody here in the court, there are no R-rated or mature themed interactions with them at all. There are mature themed interactions with the pub goers, okay? And so that I do know. With the pub, you do have the interactions. With these ladies of the house and the town walkers, village walkers, you do not. Not that I have found. Maybe there's an Easter egg. By the power of Grayskull. You know, all the ladies of the house, they all look like they're really old. All the faces are really wrinkled. Maybe I'll replace those so they don't look so old and wrinkled. Just make their hair a little gray. No controversy, no renown, no health. Your area. 479 renown. You'd think that he would have more renown being the lord of a city. 35 controversy. Now, is it telling me who our marshal is? It does, huh? Right? Upper class society is aristocratic. People are almost all serfs. Troops have a mediocre quality. That sucks. Hey, Tuck. That's my buddy. Government's approach to trade is neither particularly mercantilist nor laissez-faire. Upper class society is aristocratic, centralized, and it doesn't tell me who the marshal is, and that's okay. I'll ask our Lord here. We're only at war with the Vagars, and our marshal is Jarl Nudar. He's at Alberg. He should be between Yerb and Alberg. He's not far away. So let's go see what he's up to. Let's go join the army. How about feasts? No feasts? You see now I'm clicking here. Is there anything I can do to win your favor? Now what about if she said, well, Oleg, what if you're not busy? My husband's away. And then you start this whole freaking controversy, right? And her husband wants to hunt you down and kill you. That would be cool. Don't mess with marriage, you make a mess. That's right. So we bought a tavern and a bathhouse. I think we paid $5,000 for it. We did. I think we paid $5,000. The payout should be, I don't know. I think it was 300 for, I don't know. It was the best. It was the best option. Yep. So let's check it out. So we bought a pub. Now The guildmaster told me that I have to hire. The guildmaster told me that I have to hire employees. That's what he said. He said you have to hire your own people. Yep, there's our madam. Yeah, so we own a brothel. But I think we have to hire our own employees. I haven't explored any of this. This is the first time I've been in here. I've not seen this yet. I don't know what's around the next corner. I should be careful. We need the lean. We don't have the lean. Good, there's no naked people. Whoa. These guys could all be paying patrons. If I had ladies of the night to entertain them, I could be making coin. Zero common girls and zero ladies working for us. After factoring room and board, rents, and other expenses, we're currently making 0 dinars per week. So we have to figure out, we have to learn how to, oh, and I redid about a dozen female faces. I redid eyes, I redid skin on about a dozen of the ladies' faces. I wanted to change them. I wanted to look a little different. And so there you go. And so we need to figure out how we are going to profit from our investment. Cool. Yep. So we'll see what we can do with this business that we've invested in. Yep. She's got the anti-vampire stuff going on. That's cool. So let's see where it kicks us out at. So we actually own the pub. We own the pub. Now, it just happens to kick us out there. So we must own the VIP section downstairs. That's what we own. So we own this, but we have the VIP section. The back door behind the black curtain. Right? If your controversy is high, okay, that's bad. First of all, if your controversy is high, you want to keep that controversy low, and I'll tell you how to keep it low. Just remind me if I forget. If your controversy is too high, you will not get awarded fiefs. People with less controversy will get awarded fiefs rather than people who do. It means the king's pissed at you, okay? If you're martial, you get replaced. How do you keep your controversy low? Defeat the enemy. Do good deeds and rescue lords. Rescue lords, do good deeds. Help out farmers in need. Especially rescuing lords. Yeah. Get in a fight every day. Get in a fight morning, noon, and night. The more you fight, the less your controversy is, especially if you're martial. As long as you're defeating the army, you'll remain martial. You'll keep that controversy low by defeating the enemy. I think that banner looks pretty good. Oh, Leg, what a geezer. Look at that lucky number 111. You're number 1 3 times in my book, pal. So who are we going to marry? Let's see if it has all the characters in here. It doesn't have all the characters yet. Not until we meet them all. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have all the characters yet. But it will. It'll add characters as we meet them. Great name. See what I'm saying? This guy here, he's Nord right off the bat. Why? He's Kurgan. So why is Jarl Tanju, why is he part of the Norse faction when he is in the land of the Kurgats? I don't know why the mod developer did that. I don't know. It's odd. I find it odd. And Jarl Rimold, Jarl Regis, these guys are Nord. Jarl Fudrime, he's Nord. It's different. It's not like vanilla. Yeah, that's very different. These people being in this army. That's interesting. It's cool. The more the merrier. Awesome. Deshavi, our girl Deshavi. Who else we got? I'm looking for Mateld. We don't have Mateld yet. We need to find Mateld. Right? Let's go. We're the pearled one. That's our girl. Thyra. That's how you pronounce that. Thyra. And then her father defected to the... Oh, no shit. Oh, no shit. Yeah, I'd like to do that to mine, too. Did you ever see, Meet the Parents with Ben Stiller? That was my marriage. Right down to the CIA in-laws. Welcome to DC. Guildmaster, we don't need to talk to the Guildmaster. We need to get into the arena and kick some ass. I am Oleg. Well met, Oleg. I am the master of the tournaments here at the Vercheg. Talk to me if you want to join the fights. About the melee fights. Let me look at the weapons rack. Awesome. Yeah, two-handed sword. Let's go. Look at the bodies. Look at his... He's all buff and shit. Look at him. Oh, dude, what are you guys ganging up on me? You and your cousins? You are, aren't you? Let's go, you bitches. I'm about to die. For we who are about to die. For we who are about to die! Right in the freaking noggin, sunshine. Holy shit. Oh! Oh! Right in the nipple. That's a buff old dude. Holy shit. Oh, come on, eyes. Fun, fun, fun. Rivachag. Let's go. We can't get into Rivachag. We're at war with them. We're a mercenary. We're not a vassal. Halmar. So if they're having just a tournament, maybe they're having a feast there. Halmar, it's too far. We got to hook up with the marshal. Let's go into the pub. Let's see who's kicking it. Did we already come in here? I can't remember. Ransom broker? Yes, we did. Mercenary crossbowmen. We've already been in here. Marketplace, we're good. Guild district, we're good. Shipyard, arena, tavern, castle. We've been everywhere. What's shaking, Tuck? What you doing? I heard it jumping. There you are. Hey, buddy. Hey. You gonna be friendly? Hey, pup. Come here. He just woke up. He's out of it. Who's my buddy? He's my buddy. Good boy. He's my buddy. Daddy's buddy. I pet you? Pet you. Pet you. Pet you, buddy. Spacing. He's a good boy. He's Mr. Independent. So where's our Lord? Let's get out of here. Let's go find some adventure. We got 55 troops. We need 5 more. So we can attack some enemy peasants. We can enslave them and we can make them go to work for us. That's what I'm assuming. And so we'll find out. That's an option with this mod. And I hope you guys like the ground textures. Let's go find the our marshal. Jarl Nudar. Let's find out what he's doing. Whose castle is this? Jarl Remald. So what I'm saying is we just started the game. And it's just the factions are a little different. I don't know why. But as you can see, we have Ikamir here. And at the beginning of the game, this was, he switched sides immediately. I thought that was a little strange. Yeah, and the Kurgats immediately took that over. This guy joined our, this guy jumped ship quick. Regus, he jumped ship quick. Durim's already changed hands a couple of times. And we're not that far into the game. Everything else is as usual. Awesome. Freaking love these castles. These castles are bitchin'. Yep. Yeah, this is such a great kingdom. Grunwald. I wish that was up in the mountains. Switch it. Cool. We'll see how the Nords do. There's not too much changing. Like I said, I have changes turned way down. We need to get some troops. We need to find out what the marshal's up to. And he's kicking it here in Alberg. Ah, love this hall. Should be eyeballing me, Hoss. Let's see what these guys are up to. Jarl Far and Jarl Nidar. Okay. He's sitting in Albert Castle. It didn't look like it was under siege unless I missed it. I wonder why he's... Now, if I ask him why is he attacking Rivachag, he's going to tell me whether or not it's strongly defended or whether it's weakly defended. But I already know it has 400 troops in it. Because we were just there. And so the time that has been spent up until this point, forgive me. From character creation day 1 all the way up until now, I have on video in 1080 high def, and that will go on YouTube. So if you guys are interested in this adventure up until this point, I'll put that on YouTube sooner or later. And that will be in proper high quality. Ah, man. Rock and roll, I can see. Awesome. So the nerves flare up behind the eyeballs. It messes with my eyes, specifically the left eye. Most people with multiple sclerosis report that the left eye gives them grief, and I'm one of those people. It's my left eye always messes with me. I've noticed that my left eye has drooped over the years, over the past 10 years. The eyelid. Someday, the upside is I'll achieve my dream of being a true Cyclops. That'd be bitchin'. Or they see me at Christmas. Proof that the Krampus is real. Rivachag. I want Rivachag and I want Beluga. And I'm going to attack Beluga outright and take it. See if we can get a bunch of Sea Raiders as our army. Get an army of 100 Sea Raiders and attack Beluga Castle. Beluga's, man, that's the castle to have. I want everything from Beluga to Rivachag to Sungetch Castle, Kudan, Nelag, everything in the snow. Moderately well defended. That means that the Lord has been taking some troops out of there, and we could probably attack it once we get tough enough, we'll attack it. But the longer we take to attack it, the tougher the troops inside that garrison are going to get. Moderately well defended. That's why I'm asking him. I want to know how things are stacking up. Moderately well defended. So it's actually losing its quality of troops. These guys are losing the Vagars. Because when I just checked to see what the status was of Rivachag just a week earlier, 2 weeks earlier, it was untouchable. It was unattackable. That's what they were saying. But now they're saying it's moderately well defended. So we'll see what happens. And this is our marshal, so we need to stick with him if we want to see some action. Resting at Alberg. Enemies are nearby, so hopefully we're going to get out and do battle. Let's see if this is going to be besieged. We can stay here and defend it. That's another thing I need to do. We could jump out and do that real quick. Is the low tier troops, and I did this in Banner Page, in our low, and I do it in most mods, but in the low tier 1 peasant troops, give some of those random peasant low tier troops some torches for these night battles, and then you got a bunch of troops out there with torches. It looks bitchin', and then you're not piddling around in the dark, and you can't see it on a live stream. I want to show you a good time, my lord. We're gonna freaking take our shirts off. We're gonna act like tough guys. Yar farn, so forlarn, yar farn. I am Oleg farn. No, I don't want to show you a good time, Sonny. Resting. That's all you guys ever do. Looks like someone polished his nose. Good, I mean. So you married their daughter. They're twins. They all look alike. Look at the genes. You see how all they just... That's why we have hemochromatosis. Those genes. Too similar for too long and too much of the same diet. And so that's that. Let's find some action. In this case, loot and booty. Boot and looty. That's it. He said there's enemies cruising around. He wants to go take Yerb Castle. This is not under siege. We went right by that damn village and I didn't get any troops. Jarl Turager. So we must have a new marshal. Okay. We must have a new marshal. That was quick. Yep, recruit volunteer. 75, just what we needed. Thank you, thank you. Let's go. He's going to hook up with the marshal, so we'll stick with them. Strength in numbers. So we're all filled up. We got our 60 troops. We got 100% health. There's only a couple of our companions in our warband that need anything. Jeremus needs a shield. I want to ditch those horseman shield because the horseman shields only have about 160 hit points. The round shields, the North shields are much tougher. Are you guys not going to jump this guy? What's the matter with you? Why aren't you guys going to jump this guy? Look at, they just let him get away. Which movies? I've already forgotten. And thank you for answering. We're going to take this castle. I love a good siege. Got to get our bow. Let's get the bow. Movies. I'll remember in a minute. Dude, where's your helmet? I love that axe. That's a badass axe. Lord of Ruvar. Ready to join you, sir. Let's kill the enemy. That's right. Yeah, that's good armor, too. You know what we need? We don't have a bow. We gotta get our helmet back. We're gonna go fight. Indeed. So we're gonna need this. This. Yep, use that rifle. We don't need a bow. I forgot, we got gunpowder. Holy shit, who needs arrows? So even Jarl Iria is coming. Good man, Mr. I've got better things to do. These guys, what a bunch of punks. When the marshal calls you up, you get your asses to where the marshal tells you to go. That's how you remain lords. If not, the king's gonna have your head. So we're good to go. How's our morale kicking? Excellent, excellent. These guys leveled up. We need a shield. He's good. He's good to go. He's solid. Yep, muzzle it, man. He'll be a vassal. He'll be one of our vassals. I was going to give him a lance. Yeah, that lance. See, that's 29 thrust. I'll bump that. I'll bump up all the lances and all the spears 10 points. So the thrust will be 39. The length and the weight is great. That's cool. But just for me, the way I like to play, my spears and lances, man, they got to do some damage. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Rock and roll, Leslie. What you got? Man, you need it all, son. Yeah, it needs that strength of 10. You need that agility for that freaking weapon master. Yep, you need health, pal. You don't have any first aid? Yeah, you're going to need that first aid. Right off the bat. Boom, so we can all survive. Get your sword skill, your firearms. Eventually we might get him a gun. Cool. You're the man. Look at that. It's Ed Norton. I love you, Ed. Jaramus, dude, I gotta get you a shield. Ah, man, you're hurting for certain, bro. Yeah, you are. Weapon Master, he's good. He's our medic. Yeah, but you need Weapon Master bad. You need everything. He's got a sword. Defend his ass. Yeah, we got... Oh, what does he have here? Dang, he says 0 for shield. We'll find him something. There's some shields you don't need anything. These recruits, how many archers we got? Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, we can't have 13 archers. We gotta have 14, 15, 16, 17 archers. Can't stick on 13, man. That's bad. Why? Balder, when Balder died. That's why 13. Got shot with an arrow made of mistletoe. So we need a couple of round shields. Where can we get them? Verchug, and that's it. We don't have time to go anywhere else. We can't go into any of these enemy cities. We can't make it to Sargoth and back in time. Probably not. All we can do is go to Verchug again, and hopefully they have something I can grab there. I don't know if we might have time to get to Sargoth. These guys will have this sieged out, I imagine, in the morning, and they're going to sort it out quick. No, I'm not going to get your cows. Forget it. We need some hamburgers. Would you run to McDonald's for us? No. Get out of town. Lady Hawk, Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, Matthew Broderick. Flesh and Blood, Rutger Hauer. Those movies. Just thinking of movies I like. Let's see what we got. Fuck, we still got these damn heater shields, man. I don't want these. I see that, I'll attack them. I don't want any of those. Nope. Bummer, waste of time. Maybe there's some kind of merchant in the tavern. Maybe. Same people. Nope, that's no help. There's nowhere else we can get any gear. Unless we make it to Sargoth. If we have time. It's late afternoon, we have to get there and back overnight. We're not going to be able to influence the Marshal to attack it early because we don't have any buddy points with him. Now, if we've got some buddy points with the Marshal, we can suggest, hey man, it's time, let's go. And he'll attack it, but you gotta have a higher friendship score with him. Are we gonna be able to make it to Sargoth and back in time for the siege? Or should we say screw it and let's just go to the siege? Because it's late night already, we're not going to make it to Sargoth and back. These guys are going to attack in the morning. They might wait all day. We'll see. There's only 170 troops in there. These aren't really big armies yet, but once these lords start getting their renown up, talk to Jarl Harald. He better not come and ask me to go get him some pigs. We have one relationship point with him because we showed up when he called the banners. We showed. And you always want to show. You always want to show, because if you don't, he won't call you up again. You won't be asked to join the next campaign. You're left out and finding out where's the army. And then you're losing an opportunity to get more buddy points with all these guys that you want as your vassals down the road, maybe. Or maybe you want to kill them, throw them all in the dungeon. Is he going to listen to me? Nope, he won't. So we're waiting. We're waiting until they make a move, and they might not make a move. Now, if we had 20 buddy points with him, 20 relationship points with him, he would do it. We'd tell him, let's go, let's attack the castle. He'd say, you're right, to the walls, in most cases. But he still has to meet the minimum number of hours required. He has to meet the requirements to be able to siege the castle. Cool. Yeah, let's keep that strength going. She doesn't have first aid yet either. She has a 2 on the power draw. Need first aid. Firearms. She'll need it down the road. Cool. Send these watchmen in first. Keep all the Nords down there. Cool, cool, cool. Footman. That works. Getting tired. It's morning. Let's go. Jarl Darrigan's assault is the besieger. Oh, this is different. Oh, we've got the siege engine. Dude, you're standing right in front of me. Oh shit. I forgot the controls are a little different. Right in the face. I heard two short. I heard two swords. See his head come off? His head's laying there. No shit. There we go. Good speed. These guys are done. They're done. Fucking heads laying around everywhere. Not too bad. No captured enemies.
Defeated the Amazons on the Terma River. The surviving Amazons were taken to their boats to be brought to Greece as prisoners. But on the open sea the Amazons overpowered their guards. Then they were washed up on the northern shores of the Black Sea by the wind. There they allied themselves with the young Scythian men who lived there. But the Amazons replied, "We can't live with your women. Our customs are too different from theirs. We draw bows, throw spears and ride horses. Those are our skills. But if you really want to keep us as your women, then go to your parents. Ask them to give you your inheritance and return to us, and you and we shall live here amongst ourselves." The men did as they had been asked, and so they founded the nomadic Sarmatian people. The Scythians had a different social order from the Greeks. They were nomads who traveled with their possessions to the best grazing pastures for their animals. This lifestyle may have been encouraged role reversals. Women had to act much more freely in such a society. That could also mean that a woman adopted the leadership position.
Ich sage, wir sind mehr als ein Mythos.
I tell you, we're more than a myth. We bear the responsibility for our possessions, and we defend them with our lives if necessary. We hunt and look after our animals and raise the children. We lead our clans. We are master riders and experts in archery, wielding lances, daggers and battle axes. We go to war alone or alongside men. Our enemies fear us for it, and they revere us for it too.
The women warriors' style of warfare is said to have been incredibly modern. They were faster than their enemies on horseback. They were more agile, fighting with small knives rather than with long swords. The arrowheads weren't flat in the conventional manner. They were Y-shaped and barbed. Renate Rolle has a hypothesis about when aspiring Amazons started their training.
The only option is to say that the girls needed to be as well trained as the boys. They had to be good archers and sword fighters. It must have been tougher when it came to throwing spears.
There were women warriors and nomadic tribal society further north, in Siberia too. The bodies there were preserved in the permafrost. Some were discovered with tattooed skin. They make it probable that women also adorned their skin in this way.
We poison our arrowheads in a very special way. First, we bury our blood in containers in dung until it rots. Then we mix it with the decaying corpses of small vipers. This concoction in the wounds of our enemies kills them days after we hit them, even if the snake venom doesn't act right away.
Were there rituals that bound the women warriors closer together? Renate Rolle has a hypothesis.
I have a theory about them being blood sisters, but that's a pure assumption. It's described a lot with men, but I can't prove it. I just think it's... I never wanted to marry. The art of war was my life. I wanted to fight, and I did that in many battles, until I was seriously injured in my leg one day. Walking and riding is tough for me. Age has caught up with me.